I mean, it is a completely normal week for Nova. He's doing his food reviews, he's complaining about not having a job, he's finding new job interviews that will inevitably end up crashing and burning, and also he's getting exposed for doing some weird stuff with, like, furries and I don't know, diaper furries. It's weird, dude. It's so weird. And Nova, of course, is now trying to hide that fact. And we'll get into all that today. But Nova's just been doing a bunch of TikToks, man. He's trying to be going back to his roots. He's doing food reviews. And honestly, I don't know if I can get behind that. I don't like the fact that this guy who's like out there doing all this weird furry stuff, talking to kids in Discord servers, is just like, hey man, I'm gonna build this nice food review career. Like, no, Nova, like, nobody wants to see food reviews. They want to see you, like, not on the internet. And sadly, today, you are just going to see a shit ton of Nova online, and nobody wants that. So, I guess what we're gonna have to do here is look through his food reviews, critique them for ourselves, look at his, like, catalog of TikToks he put up this week, and then eventually get to the creepy aspect of his week, which seemingly happens all the time now. Nova can't just go a week without getting caught doing some really degenerate, like, 9 times out of 10 fetish-related thing. It's his story again. His story is one of the weirdest, and I think there's nothing left to do but to look at the first TikTok of the day.
Let's make a garlic rosemary. So, I found this kitchen knife set at a local grocery store for $4 because it was discontinued by the manufacturer. I could not pass up on it. So in this video, we're going to test it out. Also, this is one of the color combos you can get in my new... Alright, so we got our boneless, skinless chicken thighs here. We're going to take out our knife.
Yeah, from 1683 to 84.
And it may not look like it because I'm flat on the mat right now after eating a big right hand from Chicago there, but I'm having the time of my life right here.
Ooh, that's why I threw like butter.
So in the first one here, old Pudge bought some new knives that has some scissors, and it's basically a 4-piece set, and Nova's testing them out, showing off his wristband, which, don't buy that stuff. Like, I probably shouldn't have even left that in the video, but don't buy stuff from Nova. Don't give this dude money. Why do I even have to say that? But really, yeah, he's just playing around with knives. That's how we're starting this week's video, ladies and gentlemen. Chef Nova was about to fillet that chicken, and fillet that chicken he did.
Taco Bell released 4 new items. And of course, I'm going to try them all. And also shout out to Very Cool Food Reviews, who was the inspiration for me to make this video. So, Dirty Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Don't say the dude's name who apparently inspired this. He probably wants nothing to do with your shenanigans.
It tastes like a Baja Blast dreamsicle. 8 out of 10. And now the steak garlic nacho fries with their new garlic ranch. Okay, that ranch is so fire. Taco Bell, please keep this garlic ranch sauce. I'm begging you. It's so good. The fries, also getting 8 out of 10. Alright, now let's try the dipping burritos. I'm not sure if this is the steak or the chicken. We're gonna find out. We're gonna try it with chipotle sauce.
Okay, now I'm sorry, but no, now I'm about to critique your food critique. Firstly, it's clearly the next day. He did it again, where he leaves the food out overnight, and then he tries it the next day and thinks that's a valid food review. No, you have to eat it hot, Nova. You can't just let it, like, just sit in the fridge all night, maybe heat it up again. That's not how this works. Secondly, you didn't even know what you were biting into. Whether it was chicken, whether it was steak by the way, and he liked the steak more. But other than that, I mean, he's seemingly just kissing Taco Bell's ass right here. 8 out of 10s all across the board, until, of course, the chicken and steak wrap. Yeah, I can't gel this food review, because his ethics as a reviewer have seemingly gone right out the window.
Alright, so, I read something online that PS3 games work on PS5. Now, Sony may not want you to know this, if this actually works, because this is insane. However, we are going to try out 3 separate PlayStation 3 games. A first-party PlayStation game, my favorite game, and what was my dad's favorite PS3 game. Let's turn on my PS5 and check these out. First, let's try Injustice: Gods Among Us Ultimate Edition. Unsupported disc. Well, let's try the first party PlayStation game. If I remember correctly, this game was an absolute flop. That article was a cap. Fuck you to whoever posted that article.
That is the most 2009 YouTube video I've ever seen. Can you play PS2 games on your new PS3? Can you cut a fucking game into the size of a GameCube disc and play it? Like, Nova, you could have just looked this up. Could just take one Google search. Can I play these? No, you can't. Backwards compatibility is no longer a thing because video game companies are dicks. Like, that's all you need to know. This TikTok was meaningless, but thank you for answering that age-old question. That yes, again, they probably could do it very easily, but why the fuck would they when they can make you buy the game again?
I'm back. AF. No more bullshit. Let's get back to the grind.
So after taking weeks off at the gym, Nova has decided to go again, and I do believe this is because people have been getting on him for his weight recently. Now, people aren't like making fun of him, they're seemingly just pointing it out, because Nova had brought up before how he was going to the gym, losing weight, making it kind of like null and void. Didn't matter that he was eating all the fast food he was eating, because he was going and burning it all off. But people noticed that was not happening, particularly myself and my co-host every Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Kiwi Tapes, and Nova seems to do basically everything me and Kiwi say. Now, we don't ask him to do anything. We don't tell him to do anything. We just point out things in his life, and he changes them. The one thing he doesn't change is not being a little pedo, and that's the problem. That's the biggest problem of all of it. But when Kiwi constantly brought up that he needed to clean his house, guess what? Nova started a series cleaning his house. When I brought up, man, you're looking a little larger there, Nova. He's now back at the gym. And I feel the need to stress that we are not friends with this man. We do not like Nova. We are not an acquaintance of his. We do not ever, speak to him. The one time I've ever spoke to Nova personally was on the interview we did with him. And honestly, it's just, if you're going to listen to everything we say and do it, then stop talking to kids on Discord. Stop just talking to kids in general, Nova. And get off the internet. Can you take that advice for the love of God? I'm sorry, I don't think you guys understand how weird it feels. Because he is obsessed with me and Kiwi, and it's, if you pay close enough attention, all the signs are there. All of my favorite songs are now in his TikToks. Do you know what this is doing to me?
I add onions to Costco pizza. Will that make it any better? Let's find out. Also, I gotta be quiet. I'm in public right now. I also just finished up with a job interview, so I'm rewarding myself with a Costco pizza. So, make sure not to add too many onions. I'm pretty sure these are yellow onions too. So, absolute perfect. Alright. Let's go ahead and try it out. Bon apple tea. It gives the pizza a much needed bite. And Costco, if you're watching this, give us back the combo pizza. We miss it. And also, yeah, just bring back the combo pizza, please. And maybe bring Dr. Pepper to your fountains. NovaOnline Universe, signing off.
I don't care what your logic is or what way you try to spin it to me, but onions will never, ever belong on pizza in no scenario. I don't care if the flavor's not there, if it's some dog water pizza, onions will not make it better. Now, yes, I may be a man who does not like onions on anything. However, I am 99% positive that adding them to a pizza will not enhance the flavor in any way. And if you want to fight me on that, bring it on in the comments right now. I'm right here, dude. We can put the gloves on right now, dude. I'm serious. I'm fucking serious, dude.
Guys, the recliner is gone. That means we have a whole nother area to clean for the house cleaning saga. Coming tomorrow. NovaOnline Universe, signing off.
All I know is if my house looked like this, right? If I had this clutter everywhere, you wouldn't catch me fucking dead posting it online. And Nova thinks he's proving something by showing it and then like cleaning it up afterwards. And to that I say, this is something people were asking him for months to show off his room. I don't know why he's so gung-ho to do it right now, but I think he was just too lazy to clean it. And now that he thought, oh, that could be content for me, that's why he's doing it. And you can see he's only doing this because he now feels like it. And it's a shame you don't feel like making content on like not being a predator, because that's what I think a lot of people would like to see you doing.
Haven't had Wingstop in a very long time, and since then they've released a new flavor, sweet chili glaze. Today, we're gonna try it out. However, I am not very happy that they forgot my hot honey rub wings. That's one of their best flavors. But anyways, let's go ahead. Sweet chili glaze, it kind of looks like barbecue sauce. Let's try it out. Bon appetit. That is not sweet chili. If this is what they call sweet chili, that is a fucking crock. This tastes exactly like their barbecue. And I did not order barbecue. I ordered garlic parm, OG hot, and sweet chili. So, they completely messed up my order. I mean, I'll still eat it. I'm just not really happy right now. So, anyways, the real review is gonna come in the future. Hey, NovaOnline, signing off.
He is the worst at this. He makes the video called Wingstop Fucked Up My Order. Instead of just going, they gave me the barbecue once instead, I'll re-review these. Like, maybe that could be your new thing, a re-review, Nova, to see if you were wrong the first time. I don't know if he's ever reviewed barbecue, like, Wingstop wings, but I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and assume that he has. But instead, he's like, well, fuck it. We'll do it another time. They didn't give me the flavor that you people came here for. Like, imagine being a diehard NovaOnline food review fan and just being like, fuck! Like, no! Like, what do you mean you're not gonna do the hot honey whatever wings today? Like, I was waiting on this with bated breath all week, and Wingstop just fucked both of us, basically. Like, that's all I'm seeing right here. Nova cares about his audience so much, he wasn't about to just demean them with some lackluster barbecue review. Like, nobody wants that. Nova, I mean, you could have done it anyway, right? Like, it didn't have to be the exact sauce. You could have given the people something, but you completely refused to do that.
This is part long clap sequence. Part 11 to the house cleaning saga. Now this is more of a short part, but it's still cleaning progress. What once sat here stood a dirty, broken recliner. That shit has been gone, and what was under it was a shit ton of trash. Where did that trash go? In here. It's all going in the trash. I also swept up and Swiffered the floor right here, so it looks a lot neater. Also did a little bit of cleaning in the hallway too. I am inevitable. NovaOnline Universe signing off.
So I don't know about you guys, I mean, I'm the one making these videos, but I never saw, like, that specific recliner, and if I did, I probably just missed it. But, like, what's this video supposed to signify? Like, hey, guys, I'm not going to show you me moving it, which is probably, like, all the content there would have been, but just know, at one point, a chair once sat here. Like, there was once a chair. Like, it's like going up to the ground zero and being like, oh, the buildings that once stood, and what a horrible comparison for me to make. Fuck. I also love how Nova says at the end that he is inevitable. And yeah, Nova, this was inevitable if you wanted to keep your house. Like, can you imagine if the Greene County Health Department... You listen to me, gang.
Y'all, I'm live, cardioing to the whole GNX album. It's live right now. I hope I pointed at the follow icon. For those of you saying I don't do cardio, here's proof I actually do.
So to prove to all you trolls and haters and juice heads that Nova actually does cardio, here he is in a very sped up video of him sitting down on one of those bikes that don't move, and he's getting his cardio in, just proving to everybody that he does work out. But if this is what Nova wants to do, wants to go to the gym, get himself in shape, then by all means go ahead and do it. But I won't be shocked if in a few weeks we just see these gym videos start to slightly disappear from his TikTok feed.
Let's make a garlic teriyaki sirloin.
Yeah, you know what? Let's actually not do that, because I'm sick and tired of these Nova cooking videos and these Nova food reviews, and I think what you guys deserve is a food review from yours truly. Because last week on Too High for Stupid, myself and Kiwi Tapes' podcast that's on every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, that's tonight by the way, but last week I decided to upstage Nova a little bit. I decided that I could do those food reviews and I could do them even better. So without further ado, you tell me who does the better food review, Nova or myself.
Smokey's going to do it proper. He's going to give you the proper view of things.
But I also have a Dr. Pepper next to me, so...
Oh, no way. You have Dr. Pepper too?
I do. So, with all that being said, I think that just looking at this wing, it looks really like they cooked this for just a bit too long. And honestly, I asked for it well done, but I didn't ask for it this friggin' well done. What the heck?
Zero out of 10. You get nothing. You lose, Wingstop.
Just looking at it, I'm afraid what it's going to taste like. But this is why I do this. So, bone apple teeth. It took me really long to chew that because of how dry the chicken was. No matter how much lemon pepper seasoning they put on that, it's not going to take away from the dryness of the chicken. So I would say I would give this a 5.5 out of 10. I don't think I'd go back and order this specific Wingstop again, but if I had to, I would probably get the boneless wings, like the pussy I But, wait.
Oh, it hurts.
Dr. Pepper, 10 out of 10, always slaps.
I'm fucking
And with that
dying,
being said, guys,
man.
Novine Universe, signing off.
Yeah, nah, I'm totally the better food reviewer, that goes without being said, but, you know, get that out of the way, right? And let's get back into Nova looking for a job using his TikTok account. One of the most foolish things I've ever seen, but he just keeps on doing it.
Hey 18 plus fans, I'm still struggling to find a job because, as I've said before, not even fucking McDonald's wants me. So if you're a manager looking for a job, once again, hit me up, ea5080797@gmail.com, and message me from your @businessname.com email so I know it's legit. I'm not falling for another fucking fake job offer. Screw you, Gary and Evelyn. Novine Universe signing off.
Now here I am, right, saying how much of a fool Nova is for trying to get, like, job inquiries through TikTok, but just right after this TikTok was made, this next TikTok was made.
Hey 18 plus fans, little update on the job situation. I just got an interview set up. Finally. Yeah, after the 15 or so jobs I applied for on Indeed, at least one got back to me.
Oh, so it was Nova's, journey through Indeed that got him a new job. Well, at least an interview. With Nova, you never know what's gonna happen. When he shows up for that interview, the last time he was about to go to one, he had, a band t-shirt that just had a flannel over it and some pajama pants on. I mean, the guy, I don't know if Nova's really, again, I don't know if he's the best worker for, no matter where he works. It could be McDonald's, but he just can't ever take his eyes off his phone. He can't ever pay attention attention to actual, like, you know, the work at hand. All he can ever do is focus on his TikTok stuff, what's going on with, like, our podcast. Because I've brought this up a million times before. There was a time when I'm pretty sure Nova was working at Subway, but also in the chat of our stream while he was supposed to be, like, working the subway station. So, I don't know. Nova does this shit to himself, and he blames the trolls, but I always say I think it's his terrible work ethic.
So I was gonna do a part... Because I can't clap right now, I did the snap. I was gonna do a part 12 to the house cleaning saga, but this right behind me is the worst part of the house. Because this has to be done in multiple parts. So I'll just show you what I've got cleaned so far. It is like 11:30 at night right now. The energy in me was zapped. So I didn't get much done. Like as I said, I removed the keep calm and carry on and put it up on my wall. And then I'm gonna bag up all these clothes in the morning and take up a lot less space. And then I'm also gonna drag them down to the laundromat when I can. And then pretty soon, that part of my floor will be usable again after I don't know how long. But that's what's upcoming. And I'll show you a before and after photo. Take this for reference. And come back in a couple of days when I post the after photo. No Vine Universe, signing off.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, that other video never came. But I mean, look at this. It is a literal mountain of clothes. How does it get to that point? Like, seriously, I've had a messy room plenty of times in my life. But it never that. Never even close to that. Like, what the fuck, Nova? You want me to tell you the closest thing I can compare this to? Back in the day, I was at a party. It was back in college, and we all came home for Christmas break, and my one buddy, he had a party at his mom's house. Now, his mom didn't spend much time at her house, so he thought he'd get away with anything, and we had to set up a pong table, and there was so much shit in this house, we didn't know where to put everything, and we didn't know where to put the pong table, so his idea was just push everything towards the wall. Just as far as you can, like a mountain of shit if we have to. And we did. And the whole side of the house just looked like this. It was to the ceiling, just a bunch of shit. And I remember, like, at any moment, we all knew it could fall. And it never did. It never did. Well, when we weren't there. I mean, I don't know. After she got home one day, it probably came a tumbling down like an avalanche. But I don't really know why I got on this tangent. I just feel like Nova wasn't at a party, you know? And Nova just did that because he was lazy. Technically, so did we.
Can both teams lose the Super Bowl tonight? Like, dead ass. I'm sick of the Chiefs winning all the time, even though I kind of somewhat like them. But I despise the Eagles because of EDP. I can't choose a side, but if I had to choose, I'd rather choose the Eagles, because I don't want to see the Chiefs win another Super Bowl.
So it is worth noting that, yes, Nova did correctly predict the Super Bowl. I do think it's a bit weird for him to go, oh, he doesn't like the Eagles because of EDP, considering, Nova as... Nova and EDP, a lot of similarities there. I also like how he says he does like the Chiefs, but he doesn't want to see them win a third Super Bowl, so must not like him that much. I mean, he did say that, but still, like, if I even slightly liked that team, I'd be like, yeah, the other team, I don't like them, so I don't want to see them win. Just, it's weird logic on Nova's part. Nova then put up this one where he says, for those waiting for a cameo, I have 16 pending requests right now, as I've been in high demand as of late. And my only question is, who is buying these, and why are you paying a predator to give you cameos? Like, spend that money on legit anyone else. Why Nova? Like, what? You have to know his story, right? Him talking with all those kids in Discord. Like, the diaper play shit. Like, what we're going to look at a little bit later is also going to, like, point to that again. So, it's just weird to me. If you know this guy's story, like, it's not... I don't understand the joke behind it. Like, usually I just say spend your money how you want, but if you're gonna spend it, like, giving it to a guy who was just flirting with his 15-year-old podcast co-host, like, a few months ago, then, do you, weirdo.
This is part. Hopefully it's part 13 or part 12. But this is either part 12 or 13 to the house cleaning saga. It's not a lot of progress, but it's still progress. So while I have some dinner cooking for my family, I did some dishes and did some other ones to prep for other washing. Also, I've noticed that every time that I get the counter a little bit messy or whatever, it's been so much easier to clean up. So really, in reality, when I do this house cleaning saga, I am really actually making things easier for myself in the future. Do it now, get it out of the way, and do it most of it before spring cleaning. So, anyways, Nova and Universe, signing off.
You know, Nova forgot to mention another important thing right there, and that's that he's also turning, like, doing the dishes into content. Because just last week, Nova did like an hour-long stream of himself just sitting there, saying nothing, doing the dishes. Which, that's fine if that's what he wants to do, but, I mean, Jesus, it was one of the most boring streams I've ever seen. He did it live while me and Kiwi were live doing our show, and I was just looking at my phone the whole time, stunned. Like I was like, is he gonna do anything, or is he just gonna just keep doing dishes? And there were so many dishes. He was pulling them out of nowhere. There must have been a stack like sky high. They was out of camera view, but Jesus, he was doing them forever. But I guess if he's looking out for his house and like his mom like that's pretty good. But I can't imagine his mom cares, because, you know, those dishes were sitting there for months on end and she wasn't cleaning them. So again, like, it wasn't ever gonna get done. So Nova took the initiative. Good on you, Nova. I mean, your mom sure as hell wasn't gonna do it.
You guys may remember the first food review that I did from when I worked at the French onion soup place. It was the souvlaki lamb kebabs with the French onion soup. Today, we're going back to that fateful day, May 26th, 2022, which is also the day I graduated from high school. And today, we're going to be trying those lamb kebabs again. So let's save the lamb for last, and let's get on to the garlic green beans. I don't want to stay on the fork. Let's try them out. Super garlicky and super delicious. Now let's try the rice. Just as good as ever. And this ain't no ordinary rice. It has chicken base in it, and it is super, super good. And if you don't know, chicken base is just a fancy word for chicken bouillon. And bouillon is that stuff you get in those ramen packets, if you did not know. But let's try the lamb itself. Let's just get a piece. Oh my god. Legendary tenderness, legendary seasoning. And now next up, the news clip that went viral. The German onion soup. You guys haven't had French onion soup until you have had it at my former workplace. I've reviewed the French onion soup like 3 times on this channel already, but I've got to keep trying it over and over again. You cannot get a French onion soup, please. This is all mine.
And I mean, of course he had to go back to the tried and true French onion soup after, you know, all this time of it going viral. And what the funniest thing of all this is that he hated that for so long. He hated the French onion soup thing. But now, all these years later, when everybody's already kind of forgotten about it, now he's trying to bring it back. Like, don't get me wrong, it is funny seeing Nova enjoy some French onion soup, but I will be honest, he ruined it when he said German onion soup. I mean, we know why he said that. We know Nova's, like, you know, what he likes. But I'll just say this. This was a very lackluster French onion soup review. He should have given a very loud, "Can I get a French onion soup, please?" Like, he should have, like, screamed it to the heavens, and the fact that he didn't just lets me down tremendously. And these are all jokes I've been making at the guy's expense, but look, it's time to talk about the serious shit, because what is this Let me tell you something. Liquid Nova over on Twitter was looking at Nova's Facebook page. This is Nova Gabriel Gage, you know, the guy we're covering in this video, his own Facebook. And Liquid Nova, a guy who covers him, he found this. He found that Nova is following a page called Baby Fur ABDL Caregivers and Littles. Whatever the fuck that means. I mean, I have a pretty good idea just looking at the picture. Caregivers and littles, like, it's exactly the type of stuff Nova was exposed for liking in the past, and still to this day, he was following this account. And you may say, well, you know, has he used Facebook in a while? Maybe this was from back then. No, because Nova went back and has now since taken that off, unfollowed that page because he doesn't want people to see it. Nova was actively still looking at this stuff as of like a day or two ago, and it just shows that all these people's fears about him still being into this weird shit and doing it around kids is very much to be believed. Like I brought up before, his 15-year-old co-host, and more than that, the minors that were in his Discord server that he was so hesitant to have to delete. He did not want to delete that shit, and as a matter of fact, I don't even think he did. I think he just locked it down and was like, oh, I'm going to make a new server eventually, and I'll invite everyone to that. This guy is still the same old predator people accused him of being all those years ago, and he's not changing. And personally, I don't believe these type of people can change, but Nova's exhibiting the fact that he doesn't want to. Nova still follows this stuff. He's still into like the baby fur stuff, and whenever the word baby is involved, already just throw it in the wood chipper. Like really, baby fur. Why add that? Why does that need to? It genuinely just like it gives me like a chill down my spine because it's so friggin' weird. And it's of course the stuff that Nova was still following until people called him out on it. And this is the stuff that people needs to know because it's the stuff that he doesn't want people to know. And a lot of people will just see these TikToks and go, oh, you know, he's just some wacky guy. He's just, you know, he's a little different, you know, Nova. He's just trying to have fun. He's doing his own thing. He's not hurting anybody. And that's why you might think I'm a little harsh in calling him a predator all the time. But you see this stuff and you hear about his actions in the past with actually talking to kids about stuff like this. And yeah, it's really weird. Like, it's incredibly weird. And so I know a lot of people may be new to Nova with Turkey Tom just doing a video on him, but if you are new to this guy, just know he is a danger. And despite him trying to act like he's just some wacky dude, he's not just that. And the more videos you see on Nova, the more you'll understand that. And I hope you guys who watched this today can understand it as well. So until I see y'all in the next one, I'm going to get out of here. Because really, there's not much more to say about Nova this week, and I don't even want to talk about the creepy little guy anymore. So, I'm out of here again. I will see y'all later. Remember, if you want to stop by 2i for Stupid tonight, we'll probably be talking about this and a whole lot more. So until then, I will see y'all. Have a great week, everybody.